So Joanne, I am the seller. You are you. You're your beautiful self. I want you to give me a ring, ring. Go.
Ring, ring.
Hello.
Is this Cliff?
Yes. Who's this?
Oh, this is Joanne. I appreciate you click on my YouTube ad. Ring
What
your
did I
bell.
do?
You click my YouTube ad, which talks about improved value of your home.
Oh, right. Yes.
It
Okay.
came with my free seller's guide. Were you able to download it successfully?
Oh, I haven't read it yet. No. We're really not thinking of selling our house.
Oh, sure. But what motivate you to click my YouTube ad, improving the value of your home?
Yeah, my wife and I were talking about it, and we saw your ad, and we thought we might want to get a little bit of information about maybe our house or the area, just out of curiosity. We're not in any major rush.
Oh, of course. How long have you been living in that house?
Oh, we've been here for about 12 years.
So during those 12 years, did you make any improvement on your home?
We did. We remodeled the bathroom, and then I added out front. I added some flower plants. So I added some potted soil with some plants there, and it was my wife told me not to do it. I did it anyway, but we remodeled the bathroom, and then I added some walkway. We changed out some of the walkway stones, and then I changed out some of the sink faucets. So my wife, those are really expensive over at Home Depot.
Oh, but at least you made some improvements that you kept up your home value.
Right. I mean, they were, to be honest, they were broken. But I mean, yes, yeah, I would say they were improvements. Sure.
So if you make enough improvement, are you planning to relocate somewhere near your friends or families or children?
My kids are 14, and as soon as my son turns 18, I want to be out of here. I don't want this big house anymore. So we're probably 4 years out before we were able even to make a decision. But we just don't like the area. We don't like our neighbors really. So we were, the traffic coming in and out of here is not really a good idea. But we were just thinking about maybe making a move. But yeah, I don't know that we're serious.
So why don't you review the seller's guide? And if you have any questions, you can just give me a call, and maybe, thinking about having me stop by and go through, having me offer you what to do, what not to do. Sometimes if you put so much money and make a great house, but the buyers that doesn't agree with your expensive remodeling, or sometimes you just make a very small improvement and that gets you the top dollar. So if you have like down the road, if you have a time or thinking about having me come by, I'd love to come by and discuss with you.
Okay. Well, that sounds great. Well, I really appreciate you calling.
You're very welcome. That's what I do. So feel free to contact me at any time.
Okay. Thanks for the call.
You're very welcome. Have a good day.
Okay. Bye-bye. All right. So guys, what did she do well? What could she have done better with this guy, Cliff? Because Joanne, that's not easy. It was on the spot. I get it. But there are holes. Okay. So after all that I've shown you guys thus far, could she have pressed Cliff harder? What could she have done to do what? Take off your mics. Talk to me.
So good job, Joanne. And I know it's not easy when you're put on the spot like that. So I think you did really well with starting out with reminding Cliff that he clicked on your YouTube ad. So that's good. I would probably dig a little deeper as to what really motivated him to click on the ad. And that was great that you asked the question, but maybe go a few levels deeper on that, and really find out. It sounds like he didn't like the traffic. He was giving you clues like, I don't like this. So maybe, trying to find out, well, what is it that where would you like to live? Or if you could go anywhere, if we could get top dollar for your house right now, where would you like to move? Kind of questions.
100%. Yes. Great job, Marion. Way to pick up on the breadcrumbs I was throwing out there. What else, guys? What else could she? Carlos, take it.
Yes, Joanne. I was here with Cliff when you first joined, and I can say that you've been amazing. You've been increasing your knowledge and the way you talk to people, and even right now, like out of the blue, that Cliff mentioned your name. You did an amazing job. I totally agree with Marianne, and but I will do a little more because he said 4 years, right? I probably won't do anything. So it could go both ways if you kind of try to go deeper, but I will definitely try to close a little harder. Instead of saying, take a look at the guy and call me, I would say, go ahead and take a look at the guy. And how about if I call you in a few days or a couple of days? Just to touch base and see if you have any questions. But I guess overall you're growing a lot.
Nolan, any feedback?
Sure. Well, like everybody else said, I thought you did pretty well overall. But to piggyback off what Marian was saying, just maybe asking more clarifying questions or even kind of restating things that Cliff mentioned, like specific things with like kind of more of a curious tone to it. So like, I don't know, can you tell me more about that? When he mentioned the specific problems that he was having, I'm kind of forgetting some of them now, but just, kind of restating so that he understands that you heard him and that you're listening, and then just maybe adding some kind of curiosity to go along with it, just to show kind of genuine concern that you want to help him.
Awesome. So guys, first of all, you guys are too good because I've given you way too many clues about how I'm trying to stump you. And so I've got to try better now. But here's the thing. I'm holding something magic in my hands. Joanne, are you ready? I don't know if you could see this, but it's traveled thousands of miles. One person, somebody with a pulse made the graphite. Another one got the wood. Someone had the paint. Never got the rubber. Have this in your hand because Cliff dropped you lots of clues. He said stuff about he doesn't like the neighbors, right? Doesn't like the neighborhood. Maybe there was other things that were going on while they're talking. Oftentimes what's happening is that we're listening, our brains are going so fast that we're trying to think of what we should be saying, right? We've got to be like, oh my God, what do I say next? Stop, slow down. So in other words, Joanne, would it be okay if I'm brutally honest and very direct with you? Yep. Yes. So if it's okay if I'm brutally honest, tell me more when you say, I hear your son's moving out in 4 years. I get that. But it sounds to me like there's other issues with the property that you guys aren't really happy where you are. What does that look like?
Mhm.
Marian brought that up. She heard that. And you're on the spotlight. I get it. It's not fun. No one likes that. But I want you guys, when I'm doing these things, trust me, I'm not doing them for giggles. I'm setting you guys up on purpose.
Mhm.
Okay. There's methods that we're doing here in order for you guys to dig a little deeper and ask more questions and try to do what? Find out. Yeah. Build rapport. Find out what's going on. How can so you made these improvements. You're thinking about moving. Have you talked to a broker or anybody else about the value of your property recently? I mean, you're clicking on this ad to learn more about what's going on with your home. Have you?
No.
Okay. So these are the questions, right? Remember, when we get in these conversations with people, what do we want to do? Number one, we want to establish, are they
rapport.
Motivated.
Well, yes, but we also want to make sure that they are not
Seller?
a
Oh.
realtor.
Real estate.
Right.
Are they
Have any agent in their family or
right? Or are they currently
signed in contract with any agent?
under contract with another broker? Yeah. Are they currently on the market?
Right.
Because you could be going off, Joanne, for the next 20 minutes, and Cliff's more than happy to talk to you about him not being motivated, but he could actually be on the market.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't know, right? Typically, I mean, oftentimes if you guys are looking ahead of time in the MLS prior to making a call, assuming that you know the address of the person that's making that inquiry, okay? So at this stage of the game, Melissa, are you there?
Yes, I am.
How's it going
So
so
I had
far?
a question because I just had my last person who I just got, I said, oh, you downloaded my seller's guide. He's like, oh yeah. He's like, I already have 2 houses listed in Brighton and Garfield with Compass. I just wanted to see if there was anything extra, I could get out of it. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh my God.
So, at that point I'm like, well, let me know if you have any questions, but I can't help him. He's already listed with Compass.
Right.
Yep. So that's a perfect example and a great segue. And I'm glad you mentioned that, right? Because trust me, I'm not making this stuff up, guys. Everything that we're throwing at you right here is something that I've already dealt with, right? Or maybe you have, or maybe somebody else has, and we're making sure that we don't step on the same landmines.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's do that. You ready, Melissa? You going to give me the ring?
Ring, ring.
Hello?
Cliff?
Yes.
Hi, it's Melissa Sprigal with Realty One. I just wanted to say hello to you. And I see that you downloaded my seller's guide, and I just wanted to see if I could help you.
I'm sorry. Who's this?
This is Melissa Sprigal with Realty One.
Realty
You must have
One?
been looking through YouTube ads this weekend, and you happened to download my seller's guide. Are you thinking about selling your house?
Hey, Sharon, were you online over the weekend? I got this lady on the phone right here. Sharon, did you call a realtor? You did? Okay, hold on a second. Go ahead, Melissa. What were you saying?
I wanted to see if I could help you or your wife with any questions about the seller's guide.
Oh, it must have been something my wife clicked on. I don't know. I haven't looked at the guide. I don't know. I don't know what she's doing. Yeah.
Okay. So are you thinking about possibly listing your house or moving somewhere? Where's your wife?
I mean, we've been talking about it. I don't know that we're in agreement. I mean, I like where we are, but my wife, she doesn't. She thinks that, the commute going to work is too long, and I like the school zone. She doesn't like the school for whatever reason. My kid plays soccer, and my daughter is in acting, and she wants them to go to a different school because of those things. So I mean, I don't know that we're gonna sell. I mean, I like where we live, to be honest.
Okay, so you're just kind of trying to feel out the market.
I guess. I mean, I'm sorry. I don't know why my wife would have clicked that button. I mean, it's certainly not something that I would have wanted her to do. I didn't know.
Well, people's feelings and ideas always change and expand. And I would love to help you if you ever are thinking about selling. I could always come and just check out your house and just give you an idea of what your home is worth. It might be worth a lot more than you actually think it is. You might be able to get a lot more for it.
Well, we were thinking of either getting an equity line on the property and I was thinking about buying a secondary home someplace else, but that's probably why she clicked the button, because we were talking about pulling the equity. But I don't know that I think we're moving. I have no idea. I didn't even think about moving, to be honest with you.
Okay. Talking about the equity in your house and also looking for a secondary home is something that I can help you with. There's no obligation, but I would love to come and sit down with you, take a look at your house, show you how much equity you actually have, and what are the different things that you can do with it. Where are you located?
Oh, I'm in Greensbury Lane.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yes, I know the area very well. That's my area. So I would love to come and just, like I said, no obligation, just get it, let you meet me and give you all of my options that I have for you and it for the future.
Well, I would be open to seeing if there was any other options we have, but I would have to find out if my wife is serious or not. I just don't know. Hey, Sharon, do you want to talk to this? Do you want to talk to this realtor lady? Yeah. Hey, Melissa, when do you come by? Can you come by tonight?
Like in about 2 hours.
2 hours? Oh, hey, how's 2 hours? It's good? Okay. Yeah. Okay, Melissa, that sounds good. See you in 2 hours.
Okay. So let me confirm. Do you want me to come get your address? Can I have your exact address?
Yeah. It's 1234 Greensboro Avenue.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I'll be there in 2 hours.
Sure. No problem. See you there.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. I think that I made a mistake of saying that I'll be there in 2 hours.
Well, let's find out. You guys ready?
Don't kill me. It's my first time.
Joanne, don't you be nice.
Be nice, please.
All right, hold that thought, Joanne, because I know you're biting your nails. Okay, Marion, go ahead. What happened? What went well? What could have gone better?
I think Melissa did great on her her introduction to it. I'd like to use Cliff's introduction that I've been using. Nolan and I actually had 2 leads this morning that we followed up on. And it is more like, hi, Cliff, this is Marion. You clicked on my YouTube ad about selling your home for the most money, for the highest price. You know, what is it that, you know, made you click on that ad? And I like getting that out. I was stumbling over, and I still do, on my words, and I need to practice that more. But I love that introduction. I don't like saying to people, I've learned over the years to not say, is this so-and-so? Or how are you today? Or anything, just get right to their name, your first name, and move on to why you're calling them, so that they don't have time to really start, you know, thinking about whatever, but just trying to get them to remember that they clicked on your YouTube ad and requested information on your seller guide on how to sell your home for the highest possible price. So that is, I think, something to listen to his videos or his old role plays is what I've been doing. And then I just made a note again about when he talked about how he likes where he's living, but his wife doesn't like the schools and wanted this for this kid and this for this kid. Again, you know, asking, tell me more about that. You know, I'm glad you like where you live, but like if it were a school district thing, like what school district do you think that you guys would want to be in? And, you know, tell me more about what that would look like, kind of thing. And again, just digging a little bit deeper on that.
So guys, that really good. Thank you, Marion. So Melissa, when Cliff was giving you that nugget,
Mhm.
who do you really think? And guys, I'm not here to offend anybody. I'm talking psychology here. Who do you really think is driving the home dynamic?
The wife.
I would agree. So when Cliff is saying I'm the guy, I'm the head of my head, right? Keep digging. Set that appointment, because when you get to the wife, things are going to get different. Can I get an amen on that? Is that yeah?
Especially when he keeps calling out in the background to his wife for approval for everything you say.
But here's where I felt like under pressure when you were saying, like, because I try now, obviously I've been in it this long enough to say, okay, no, how about we meet this day? But then I fell into that pressure with, okay, yeah, if I'm free, then I'll go, you know, and I feel like that was wrong, but I don't know, you know, I was free.
No,
you know?
it was wrong. It was wrong. And then I'll tell you why. And it's not about beating you up. Okay.
I felt uncomfortable. Yeah.
Right. Because Cliff was dominating the conversation. He was being dominant to you, to his wife, to the conversation. And you meet me here. You meet me now, right? You meet me in a couple hours. You meet me where I want you, because you're just a cog in the wheel, right?
Right.
Everybody? Okay. So does our doctor do that?
They set an appointment months out.
Does our attorney do that? Doesn't mean that we're groveling. It doesn't mean that we're not important. But Marion mentioned something really important in the very beginning. So Melissa, take away this thing, okay? So I just want you to hear it real quick, and then just you know, put it in the back of your mind and where it's going to go. So Marion, give me the ring.
Ring, ring.
Hi, is this Marion?
Yes, this is Marion.
Marion, hey, Cliff Clover, you watched my YouTube video about selling your property for top dollar right here in the Orlando area. Did you get my free guide?
I don't know. I haven't checked yet, so I don't really know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no problem. Well, everybody clicks that link for a reason, because they're thinking about possibly learning more about selling their property. So I just wanted to make sure that you got that information.
Well, I'm not sure if I did or not. But, you know, I'll look when we get off the phone.
Okay, so I'm going to stop there. But Melissa, I wanted to show you that's how fast I get into the conversation. And that's how I remind them quickly that I am not cold calling them. Who are they? Who am I? It doesn't matter who I am. You clicked on my YouTube ad about selling your property for top dollar. Did you get my free guide? And again, I am not here to ruffle anybody's feathers.
No saying all that.
I don't. Okay, I might be in violation of realtor jail laws or whatever, and the reality of it is that hey, you clicked on my YouTube ad, and then if they really want to know, yeah, I'm with eXp Realty, I've been doing this for 23 years, I'm in the Orlando area, how can I help you? Right?
Uh-huh.
That's after I remind them, because a guy like Cliff, he really exists. They are out there, and you will get to them. Who clicked the button? It's irrelevant to me. It's, hey, tell me what's going on, right? Let me learn more. And I'm writing down, as Cliff is saying, I don't like this. My wife likes that. So wife likes this, wife likes that. Cliff likes this, Cliff like, I'm not worried about Cliff at this point, right? Now I know that I've got to dig deeper to set an appointment to meet the wife, because the wife is driving this conversation. She's driving this meeting on the phone right now. Regardless of whatever Cliff is saying, it's irrelevant. He's not the decision maker in that retrospect, not to be disrespectful in any relationship environment, but it is true. So if the wife is going to be setting the pace on, she doesn't like the area, doesn't like the school, kids are good in certain things and they want to be in a different school district, ding, 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 ding. There's you got green lights all over the place. So if I could get you, have you talked to any other brokers in the area about the value of your home, just to get an idea of what things would look like if you did move? Yeah. So have you talked to any other brokers, right? Oh yeah, we talked to a couple of people, but they're not willing to give me what I want for my house. Not willing to give you, tell me, what does that mean? So did they give you, do you have an appraisal on the property, Melissa? Do you?
No.
Oh, okay. You don't have an appraisal. So have you seen the comps, like the comparables? Have you actually looked at the actives?
Well, I
The
look at
pendings and
Zillow.
the solds?
I look at Zillow.
Oh, you looked at Zillow. Okay. Well, Zillow technically is always wrong. I hate to be negative, and I'm going to be brutally honest with you. It's typically 9% higher or 9% lower. So by looking at the actual comps in your neighborhood with a professional, that could save you literally or make you thousands of dollars. By the way, sometimes people feel like, hey, I've got to fix this before I sell the property. Whereas, you're going to put $10,000 in to get $10,000 out. So maybe it's just a simple price adjustment and avoid that headache and paying and dealing with a contractor when it's not as big of a deal as you may think it is, by having a professional just take a look at it for no obligation, obviously, but just have a professional looking at it for about 5 or 10 minutes. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. So listen, I'm going to be in your area probably on Friday, actually. I've got some time between 6, and I also have a very late one. I could do as late as 8 o'clock. I know it's exciting on Friday night, but is there any of those times that would work for you that I could stop by and take a look at your place?
How about Friday at 5?
Friday at 5? Okay, well, I'll tell you what, I can't guarantee I'll make 5, but here's what I would like to do. Okay, I'm going to pencil that in at 5. So here's what I want to do, Melissa. Prior to seeing you on Friday, I'm going to send you something that's really important. So whether you want to list with me or you don't want to list, you don't want to do anything, I'm not here to pressure you. But what I am going to send you is my proven 89-step marketing plan, number 1, with my menu of services so that you can see, how do I generate top dollar in this particular market, number 1. How am I going to get you the results compared to my competition or anybody else that's talking to you? And also the questions that you should be thinking about asking me when I show up to your house, right? What should you be asking a professional broker on how they can help you sell your property and make it as stress-free as possible? On top of that, prior to my arrival, I'm going to be sending you the actives, the pendings, and the solds. The actives are your competition. Pendings are the properties that are currently under contract. We don't know what they're under contract for, obviously. And solds are the sold and what they sell for, right? So these are the things that other agents and other appraisers are going to be looking at, which can help us establish a value based on if someone's getting a mortgage. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So when I see you on Friday, it's not about, hey, Cliff, tell me about how great your company is or great how you are. You're going to already have that information read and understood exactly how I achieve my results. But what we're going to really do is decide, hey, maybe your house needs to do this, this, and this, and then you're ready. Maybe you're not ready. These are the ideas of the numbers or values in your area. Do you agree with that? Do we have an understanding? Do we even want to work with each other? I don't even know if I can do the job, or you want to work with me and I want to work with you, right? So me seeing that, you'll walk away with some free advice. You'll know exactly what to expect and whether or not we do want to work with each other. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so I'll see you. So it's going to be about 5-10 minutes. You're going to sell me the house. I'll walk through it. I'll give you some suggestions. If we decide, hey, let's continue this conversation, let's keep going. We'll sit at the table. We'll decide, hey, what numbers and plans does this really look like? And we'll decide if getting you top dollar really makes sense in this particular market. Is that fair?
Fair.
Okay, cool. So I will see you Friday, 5 o'clock.
Sounds good.
Okay, and if I can't make it at 5, I promise you I'll text you, but I'm going to have it written here. I'm going to send you a confirmation and we're off to the races. Have a great night. Thanks for your time.
All right.